Affable.
I'm okay.
Professionals, all of you.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Roll20 Presents, the Sprawl. I'm joined by Elf, Blue Jay, Andrew, and the Unabomber, apparently. Here to answer the question, is Dave cyberpunk? Our panel of experts weigh in.
Is this cyberpunk?
What do you think? What do you think, Elf? Do we give a thumbs up? Thumbs down?
I think Dave is cyberpunk.
All right, that's one thumbs up for Cyber Dave.
The 3D glasses.
Yeah, it is the 3D glasses that does it. What do you think, Andrew? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? Is Dave cyberpunk?
I give Dave a perfect 7.5 out of 9 on cyberpunk.
Excellent. Excellent. Fantastic. Blue Jay, can you get your shit together enough to speak?
I can't look at Dave without.
Her shit is fully dispersed. It's disseminated. It is not together. But anyway.
Okay. It's literally been like the past 3 minutes. This is hard, okay?
Well,
yeah, I broke
I'm okay.
Blue Jay. I'm sorry, everyone.
Dave did the thing.
Welcome to the show. Cyber Dave, how you doing? You hacked any Gibsons lately?
Yeah, it's really hot. This is really hot.
Info bullets.
Well, you can emerge from your cyber cocoon, and we can it was Dave all along.
Yeah, that was really warm.
Oh man.
If only I was in Cyber Gothenburg or wherever we are.
The cyberpunk future is very hot. It's hot stuff.
Okay.
I mean, that's a double entendre for sure. Like the cyberpunk.
I think I died a little bit.
That's okay. That's how it goes.
I got in my ab workout for the day.
So
I mean, when are you not laughing when we start?
It's Dave's fault.
This is a bit of an outlier episode, given that we are here on a Wednesday.
Yeah, it feels weird.
Yep.
What a strange.
It does feel a little odd, yeah.
I'm all displaced. I don't know what to do with myself. How about we play a role-playing game?
I mean,
that sounds
always
good.
It's always a good.
All right, Adam, let's play a role-playing game. You're in a desert. You're totally naked.
Okay. All right.
Roll for endowment.
No.
Yeah, roll your endowment.
I don't have to roll. I choose not to. I
Okay,
take the average. So we're gonna finish the mission that we started last session. We're gonna run out that. Well, I mean, all right. Let me put it in the passive voice. The mission will be finished by us. Whether successful or otherwise, I suppose we'll see. And then we'll see how long we take to do that. We're about halfway through, and then then we'll go from there. I do want to show off. Check it out. We got logos for everybody now.
Oh, Disney Bezos.
Disney Bezos looks great.
Logo. It is really cute. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the fan art for the Disney Bezos logo was like the full word, like Disney Bezos Hypermedia, and most of them incorporate the little smiley face swoosh. But this is some primo stuff. I love it. I'm into it. So now we have logos for everybody. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. It's looking real good. So the legwork clock got as far as 2100 when we were playing last time. And the action clock subsequently the same. Now, the action clock has another 3 ticks available before it's game over, right? If the action clock goes all the way to midnight, then the mission ends unsuccessfully. And I suppose we'll see if that happens. Folks watching at home, if you didn't tune into the last episode, most of what you see on the screen here is only visible to me, such as this stuff over here and these things down there. These are just my GM notes, so I'm gonna reveal them to you, but try to keep spoilers out of the chat as best you can. We all know y'all can see them. Let's talk about what happened last time. Somebody want to recap for me real quick the mission and its progress thus far?
Yeah. It was my plan, and it's a perfect plan, and we definitely have all the information we need, like what it is we're supposed to be collecting from this place, where it is in the place, and all of the defenses that we had to scramble to deal with. So basically, we've been asked to extract something that's going to be big large enough to need to be extracted by air from this place that looks like a big pyramid. And so far, we've managed to hire a pilot. We've got a distraction on the ground in the form of random outbursts of violence by our good friend and definitely not actually violence-focused character, despite all of the...
When do I not play a not violence-focused character who is violent?
Yeah, well, that's true. Flamingo. Flamingo's doing a very good job randomly attacking a gate.
Yeah,
to cause a distraction.
Mhm.
I'm feeling a little sass on that.
I mean,
He brings
it's
all the
working.
drones to the yard.
They're very
Yeah.
they're very
It's working.
distracted.
We managed to get past some drones in the air, and we've landed down on the helipad on the roof, and we're trying to work out what it is that we're going to do since our
'Cause our
contact,
contact is late.
our contact, or whoever is supposed to be bringing this thing that we're supposed to be getting, which we still haven't worked out, is not there, and we have a very small window. So I think we decided that we were going to, with the help of some handy dandy gear, hack in and see if we can find out what's going on inside the building so we can facilitate them getting to us.
That's right.
Mhm,
Yeah, because
I was hacking the thing.
Yeah, you have that
hacking.
gear.
I'm a hacker. I mean, not that.
You're definitely not that. Okay, and then so down below is the scene of your carnage, Flamingo, and as I remember it, you've as a result of taking some harm, you've temporarily been your drone friends, your little robots, are stuck in like a defensive loop of the gatehouse.
Yes, and I'm also communicationally cut off currently.
That's right, but you have the kind of guard station terminal in front of you.
Yes, yes, I do. I was gonna do something with that.
Yeah. Well, why don't we start there?
Okay.
We fade in on
So
the scene of these drone protectors standing around the guardhouse, and you inside, and a couple of dead bodies outside of the poor guards who are only doing their job.
So if I remember correctly, there was a symbol of like a rook on the
Yeah. So the screen had the like little rook logo in black and white, and then just the password prompt on the hollow screen.
Okay. What kind of move would I make to determine information about this thing? Like, is it an assess, or is it like a
Yeah, you tell me what you want your character to do, and we can talk about...
It's just one of those things where I'm like not sure what the action that would correspond with learning something here would be, you know? Yeah,
It
okay.
sounds like assess, right? You're closely studying the situation, person, place,
Yeah,
sizing up an opponent.
I've got this thing in front of me, this terminal in the guard station, and I don't know exactly what this logo is, so I'm going to assess. I'm gonna look at it closely and see if I can figure out what overarching corporation owns this, or
Sure.
what.
I mean, yeah, like the best way to answer that question would be research, but you don't have the opportunity.
There's no way to do that.
You don't have a library, dossier, or database to ask the question of.
All right, so I am going to I'm gonna take a look around this guard station for anything that could also lead to the password. Like if there's something lying around that would allow me to access.
It's on a sticky note.
I mean, it could
Exactly.
Be.
There's
It could be.
there's an audio log nearby. Today I changed my password. It used to be 1246, but the sergeant said that wasn't I changed it to 2429. I hope I don't forget.
But that's what I'm saying.
Also, I love my wife and children. I hope I don't get killed before my son's birthday.
My bad. All right.
Pick him up and throw him in a vent.
Hang on.
So actually, looking at it, I feel like investigating, looking at the questions, right? Because you want to ask, you're asking about what is the relationship between this logo and the company, or who or what is related to this logo. Those are research questions. And I guess, oh, you know what? It's if you had access to the internet, you could use it, but you don't because you're cut off. So best you're gonna get, is an assess. Yeah. All right, let's have you.
All right.
Let's have you roll it. I was about to say you could just like look it up, but
If you advance the mission clock on this random roll, I'm gonna be so mad at you.
no, you got an 8.
I don't give a shit.
You got one hold you can spend. What question would you like to ask me from the list?
So okay. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. All right. How is this terminal vulnerable to me?
I suppose I would have to understand vulnerable in what sense, like
Access to it.
it's a limited like it doesn't have access to the whole mainframe. It's more of a comms terminal, and as such, its security isn't great. They just use like magnetic like keys. The dude you killed has one on his belt.
Oh, okay. So I seeing the like scanner or what have you. I turn and like snag the key off the belt of the like half corpse that's left from all the bullets we put through him.
Mm-hmm.
And like swipe it.
Yeah, cool. So you boop, and it blinks a couple of times. The little prompt goes away, and the like Rook logo kind of unfolds into a full UI. It seems like this terminal can give you like access to the main security mainframe, but unidirectionally, right? Like you can access it, but it gives you information. You can like clock in and report guests. It gives you like an approved list, that kind of thing. And there's a bunch of security alerts that pop up. The current threat level in the building, like security parameters, are at orange, so the whole UI is like got an orange tint to it.
Okay.
And a whole bunch of like little like alert pop-ups appear about displacement at the gate. Right, there's some kind of security issue at the gate. The guys didn't get to like call for help because you shot them all before that had a chance to happen, but they did hear the gunfire. There's obviously some kind of disruption. They're sending the drones, and I think you can see on the little heads up display. Yeah, there's some like drones en route.
Okay, so seeing that, can I use this terminal, because you said it's a comms terminal, to communicate with my party? Like, could I use it to access their communications?
No, because their communications are encrypted. Yeah, I wanted to say yes, but I can't. The fiction says no.
Is there anything that I can do with this terminal from here, or is it just an information?
You could use it to assess the current security situation, right?
You know what I'm going to do, actually?
What's up?
I'm sure that this terminal has some way in which I can raise the alarm level at this location.
Yes.
So like
there's an emergency button.
Yeah.
There's a way to be like code red fucking
Yes.
There's an army on the front steps. Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Would
So
you like to do that?
I am gonna call the alert, and then I am gonna ditch out. Like
Okay.
me personally, I'll leave my drones here, I guess. You know, like I can't move them, so they're stuck. But I personally am gonna, hit this alert and then run for my motorcycle, basically.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you just jam the AR equivalent of you like break the glass and punch the emergency button, and immediately like alarms start going off. So, and I think as that happens, we described that like concrete barrier. I think we get a nice like low, tight to the ground, like low depth of field shot, and that the focus follows as these big metal spikes go like thunk up out of the ground. And the wall extends another 2 feet up into the air, totally blocking off the area. The drones up above all immediately turn and start heading towards the away from the roof and towards the gatehouse. But on the roof, the lights change. So the little like orange like klaxon light turns red, and you start to hear like an air siren like kind of going off. This threat level has been extended up to red. With a primary focus on the gatehouse. So, you have a limited amount of time here. You want to run and hide somewhere, Erica?
Basically, my plan is jump on my motorcycle and gun it.
Yeah, just like leave.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And
Cool.
rendezvous with them once I've got my comms back online.
Sure. And I think you have enough time to do that, especially if your drones are staying behind. And yeah, they just defend. They'll defend the gatehouse as long as they're able. So I think maybe you jump on, you rev your bike and tear off, and we see in the background, we hear the popping of guns, and maybe there's an explosion in the sky as the first drone comes in and gets blasted. Yeah, cool. All right. So up above on the building, up at the helipad, yeah, shit's getting real.
Yeah.
So I think you're all just jumping out of the helicopter. Who is it? It was QQ and Cathode were going to make the run for the comms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I've got like a puppy cat with me, and it's like on the side of me where the door is, where I think that anyone would be coming out of. So it's like defending me.
Okay.
Yeah. So we go for the satellite dish, and I have a gear that will allow me to access it. Is what?
Yep.
Yeah.
is what you said?
Neat produced a piece of gear that would allow you to splice into their internal communication network.
Okay. So would I roll plus that gear plus the plan forward? Or would I roll bypass?
The gear allows you to do it, and then you'd roll your bypass to disable the security. Yeah.
Okay, so that's bypass, and that is
you're gonna
plus
bypass the security and then
cool.
use the little tap to gain access to their information.
Okay, so I would roll cool plus the plan, right?
Yeah.
One forward.
Yes.
Okay. Not a fail. That's nice.
Yeah, got an 8. Okay. So on a 7+, you bypass the system without leaving the trace, but you don't gain any valuable insight. So while this other alarm is going off and there's sort of chaos happening, while they're distracted, you're able to bypass their firewall and get access to the internal communication system. So I think that both on your little display of the device that actually, Dave, do you want to describe it? What's the thing look like? How does it work? And maybe most importantly, what brand is it? While you're pondering that, I've been rereading Neuromancer, and all of the high class electronics in that are described as being designed by Braun, who I think make coffee makers.
Yeah, they
They're
make lots of stuff. They're like
I
Apparently
think they have shavers too.
Yeah, shavers. Yeah. Apparently in the 80s, they thought they were going to be started making like TVs and shit. But yeah. So what does this device look like? Is it like a box? Is it something she plugs in?
It's like it's kind of like a hair clip with the grips on the side, and you plug it round a cable, and then it kind of has little like saws or whatever to cut away the coating of the cable, and then it will cut it, but like hold it connected together, and then push up, and then like insert
Oh, that's cool.
something.
So I'm imagining like, I don't know, do electronic makers still send these when you buy stuff? The little like magnetic, the little clamps that you put on like USB cables to keep interference from them? I imagine one of those, and you just like clamp it on the cable, and then it just like squeezes on it like a blood pressure cuff and cuts away the thing. That's cool. Yeah. So
Yeah, and then it's got a little lead so you can jack into it.
Nice. Okay. So I think that it's broadcasting into your everybody into the comm server, right? And through Cathode. So yeah, you have all of this. Everybody has access to this just like massive stream of internal communications data, at least temporarily. What do you want to do with it?
I need to assess.
Yeah.
Now that I've got this.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you start
do
pulling
it.
windows apart and creating this big AR display that you can dig through.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
I am not doing a part of the mission because this is improv. I still hold 1 because of my move, but I fail super hard.
Oh yeah. There
Yep,
you are.
I rolled a
Oh
4.
boy.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Okay. So, I mean, the obvious answer to this is that you don't really get a chance to start assessing. You start pulling the data apart. The door bangs open, and yeah, a bunch of goons.
I get one question before they appear
Mm-hmm.
because I took a move for it
That's right. Yeah,
specifically.
you got attack ops.
I've got the questions up. I closed it because I failed and I forgot about attack ops. Assess. Okay, we already know what the best way is. Where can I gain the most advantage? Yeah, in terms of having control over, I guess, an infiltration route or something I should do to. Well, I can only ask the question.
Yeah,
But the
yeah,
intention
yeah.
is we wanna
So
get
where
this person
can I
out, you know,
where can I
so-
gain the most advantage?
Yes.
That is a good question. And I guess what is your, now that everything's gone to shit, what is your plan?
We need to try and identify what it is that we're supposed to be collecting inside, based on stuff like, is there a place where suddenly there's more people guarding it? Is there somebody in there who we can see is looking for a way to get past guards or something like that?
Okay. All right. So I was gonna say this might be difficult, but this needs jam. Like tactical data is your shit. So ordinary mortal wouldn't be able to do this, but someone with your tactical mind, you're able to pull this data. So you have a few seconds before the door kicks open. You manage to like whip open the display, pull apart some of the windows, dig through it for kind of the most relevant bit. And I don't know, how do you do this? Is this a conscious, like you're just able to read quickly and put pieces together, or is it more kind of like you let your eyes kind of gloss over and like feel your way through the data? What's the vibe here? I want to understand the way Neat's tactical brain works.
Yeah, I mean the way in which Neat is tactical is that he's very intuitive and he always believes kind of in himself to a degree where he lets himself just kind of go out of focus, and he just has a very clear goal in mind, and he'd never like believes for a second that he's not going to find something because he's come up with a plan that requires him to do this. So it'll just be something that stands out, like maybe like we see those extra people appear and he like just sees out of the corner of his eye one of the camera feeds or something and he just focuses on that.
Cool. Yeah, I'm thinking sort of like the military equivalent of Laney from the Bridge trilogy, just like seeing data as a interconnected network of things, but for fighting, for military operations. So yeah, cool. Yeah. You I think that's the thing. You just like let your innate tactical sense guide you, and even though you can't find anything immediately or obviously helpful in any clear way, you do find that the likelihood of why your contact showed up isn't that he was it wasn't that he was like detained or arrested or like the mission's not over yet. It's just that they a few days ago they started increasing the security in the building due to some rumors that they had heard about potential incident occurring. It looks like they heard some stuff about what was going on. You've got an internal report about raising the security levels and instituting checkpoint security for anyone who is a part of a project called Project Kusanagi. And you can see there's actually one of these security checkpoints fairly near where you're at. And it's likely that your contact got held up there. It doesn't look like they figured out who it is or any of that, but that's if you're gonna need to go somewhere, that'd be the place.
Okay, yeah. So I pull that. I have this sense of it, and before I can relay it to my team, and we can start. Bam.
Yeah, exactly. You're about to give the next order. The door pops open, and I think probably like three. They look like a slightly more like slick version of Flamingo's like Valkyr drones. They're bipedal security robots, essentially, heavily armored, matte black, and they've got assault weapons, and they burst out onto the roof. Now y'all are waiting. QQ, I know you're ready to rip it up.
What range are we at here?
I assume you would have put yourself in close range with the door. Like,
Yes.
knowing
Yes.
you're not stupid. This is your job. You wouldn't start out of range of your guns. So
I'm like behind some random like roof grapple. You know how there's like that'll be like,
Yeah.
this is a machine that is the vent for the air conditioner.
Envision every roof in every action movie ever, and you're probably right. The Matrix, Die Hard, whatever.
I mean, it's true for rooftop areas of large buildings like this.
Yeah.
They always have some maintenance shit that you can use as cover.
Futs.
And so I'm behind one of those, watching the door, and yeah, as soon as it opens, like I have that uncanny fast reaction from my synth nerves,
Mm-hmm.
and I turn them into 3 piles of goop.
Okay, you wanna mix it up?
Yeah.
All right.
As they're like, running to cover or finding, firing positions and stuff, they're just getting lit up with
Mm-hmm.
breach ammo.
Explosive bullets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I can mix it up with synth. Is this part of the plan, Dave?
It wasn't originally. It has to be what I gave at the beginning, I think. So
Okay,
I'm afraid
Adam,
not.
do they have synth nerves?
Yeah. I mean, they're
Because they're robots.
Robots.
right?
Entirely
Yeah.
synth.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I get an 8.
okay. All right.
Which means I
So
need to pick from a list, right?
choose 2. So they burst out and they move fast, right? They're almost probably in how quick they respond. You're pretty good at taking out humans. These things are a little bit more of a challenge. So you probably miss with a couple of shots. What would you like to choose from your options? These are all good.
I have to choose 2, which is irritating. Definitely I'll take harm as established by the fiction.
Okay.
But let's establish the fiction. What are they armed with?
Assault rifles.
Okay, so like 3 harm guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, so me and an ally take harm as established by the fiction.
Enjoy your harm, cathode. So yeah, I mean they come out with these, and they have they're not like assault rifles in the like AK-47 or like even M16 sense of an assault rifle. They're these like bullpup, like plastic casing, kind of extruded. They look like they emerged from another robot, all in one piece. And they just let off a bunch of bursts as you fire them. Gunfire snaps back and forth between you, and you throw yourself behind cover, firing at them. You and Cathode both take 3 harm. Cathode, you get shot by these things.
Great, I get an advance.
Okay. Do you have any armor, QQ?
I don't have. Oh, sorry.
I mean, if
I have
either of
2
you.
armor. I have 2 armor, so I take 1 harm.
Okay.
I don't have armor, but I have the armored clothing, so it subtracts 1 harm. From
Okay,
my
so I
my
think
roll.
that we see this from Neat's point of view. Obviously, QQ is good at this shit, right? QQ, like, how do you describe the scene? So you deal how much harm to them?
I do 2 harm AP plus an extra 2, so I deal 4 harm to them.
Okay. So you kill. I think you kill one of them. You blow one of them up completely.
Yeah, and so it's like as they're coming out the door, I'm like behind cover, and I just like do this burst of fire that like runs up the floor and like bisects one of them, and then like carries on into like hitting the wall of the building, and it's just like pop, pop, pop is like these big like ballooning explosions on him, and he just gets like split in half.
Yeah,
diagonally.
chunks of like twisted metal and plastic hit the ground, smoking.
Yeah, and there's weird like white synthetic blood. Gobs everywhere.
What does autofire? Here we go. Temporarily. I see. Temporarily give it area and reload. So,
Which I think I want to do because I want to just like blow these guys all up.
Totally, that's fine. Yeah, so if you do that, reload means that you have to spend a brief time. Like, yeah, you blow both clips. So you hit the first guy and he blows up.
And then I'm like, as I'm firing with that one, I'm pulling the second one and sweeping it across, and it's just like that whole weird thing with my targeting system where I can like pinpoint accuracy the auto fire.
Mhm.
So yeah, the other two get like split laterally. I'm just like swinging these guys like.
Yeah, and you're doing all this while you're moving, right? You don't shoot and stand still.
Yeah, and I have to dive out of my cover because they're like completely shredding it with fire from their assault rifles.
Yeah. And I think in that moment between hitting the first one and hitting the second one, that's when Kathy takes the hit, right? One of them snaps over in the same like fluid grace, like it just turns at the hips and fires a quick 3-shot burst into your side. Go ahead and roll the harm move, both of y'all, after you take your harm.
Oh, nice! It's built into the character sheet.
And the armored clothing
It just
takes...
minuses 1
Yeah.
from my.
Okay.
I roll a 5.
I roll a lot.
Okay.
Or, sorry, I roll a 6, but I'm a fail, anyways.
Okay. Yeah, a 6 is fine, right? Because you failed the harm move. Kathy, however, Christ.
Enjoy your 11. They're super fun.
Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So what's that under?
You actually suffered 3 harm, not 2.
But well, minus
Oh,
one
it
from
auto
my
pulled
roll.
the 3 for you. Okay, right. Yeah. So, wow. Okay. Yes, an 11. Good stuff. It's
Yep.
on the peripheral moves.
Yeah, I got it. I found it.
All right, choose one.
I think it makes sense that she's out of action.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Unconscious,
like she's
trapped.
this is not something that she can like move past or through. Like she gets shot and she's just like fucking done.
So what
Yeah,
does
she,
that
like,
what does that look like?
I feel like what happened was Cathode was working on the thing and she's not like she's playing at this, right?
Yeah.
So she's working on the thing. She's like, yeah, I got this. And then like the door opens and she looks over and like shots immediately ring out, but she's just not fast. She's like, what's happening? What is that noise? What does this mean? And like as she's moving to like duck, like it just like hits her, like the bullets just like come probably like at her side,
Mhm.
and she just like falls behind her drone and is just like, it hurts a lot, and she's just completely like collapsed and incapable, and like her drones are just like, okay.
I definitely,
I don't
I definitely envision like it's one of those situations where because she's a sort of a non-combatant, she doesn't even realize that she's been shot being shot at until after it happens. There's this moment of
Yeah.
like, what's going on? Ow. What? Slump over sideways.
and I feel like she probably doesn't even think to like try and get back or like get back up or get back at anyone. She's just like, this really hurts. I'm really hurting. Ow. Oh God.
Okay.
Yep. I
All
don't
right.
even know if she's it says unconscious is one of the things. So either unconscious or out of action or just like curled up in a ball,
Yes.
holding herself.
You're out. You're out until such time that the fiction indicates otherwise. So Flamingo, how far away do you want to go? Are you like GTFO entirely, or do you want to like get to a like, I don't want to say payphone, but like, do you want to get somewhere where you can try to like?
I mean, I am actually going to hit the street and
Okay.
know somebody. So if I could,
Right,
do
because
that.
you only introduced one contact last time. So.
Yeah, and it wasn't through my actual fixer move.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll that now, just so we know what the relationship with this person is. Or I guess
No,
I should-
you tell me who it is first, and then.
Yeah, I tell you who it is first. So
Okay.
my communications are down. I know a guy in a store nearby to here. You know, his shop location is nearby. He's just a shop owner for cybertech. You know, like used biotech.
Gross.
Yeah, and I'm basically just going to use his phone, but also, you know, he's a person that might be able to repair people later and has some back alley medical experience.
Okay, so he's a black market like cyber
He
tech?
sells used biotech, but like also is definitely the kind of person who you could go to get some back alley kind of deal with the surgery part of the procedure.
Okay. Let's find a name for this.
Other details I shall leave to you.
Yeah, sure.
And pray that I don't roll that he hates me.
Roll. This is good. I know. Okay, so let's get a name for this person. Do you know this person's real name, or just know their like street name?
I would know their like their code name.
Okay. All right. Let's call this person. I need a good name for. I need like a let me look at how to say shark in some other languages.
I love it.
Let's see.
I know it in French. It's not particularly good sounding though.
What is it in French again?
Le shark.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy,
Requin.
this guy's name is Karsh.
Karsh.
Yeah, which is shark in Arabic.
Nice.
Yeah, his name is Karsh.
It's also an anagram of shark.
Qarsh. Well, it's not spelled that way. It's pronounced that way. It's spelled loopy thing, squiggle with 3 dots over it, loopy thing, circle with 2 dots over it. But yeah, okay. So his name is Karsh. He's maybe a former doctor.
Okay. Should I roll how well I know him?
Yeah.
So that's style. I know him. I know him an 8.
I know him 8 well.
8 well, which is he's unknown. Like he's an unknown. Like I've never worked with him before.
Okay. So how do you know of this guy?
How do I know of this guy? My time in the cyberpunk criminal underworld, as it is, independent operator, leads to some people talking about who they go to when they get shot, and when they need a limb replaced, and need to do it on the down low. You hear the rumors, like other people have told me of this person.
Adam, why'd you give me this contact?
Oh, did it end up on your sheet? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me delete it here.
Yeah, go ahead and delete
I don't
this.
know you.
I don't know you.
Karsh.
Okay. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, there we go. That's better. Cool. Okay. So this person is in the neighborhood. Though if the neighborhood continues in the way that is, he might need to relocate. And so you know him and his location, but you've never actually like met before?
I've never actually met him in person. No.
Okay. Cool.
So should I keep going?
Yeah.
Or are we
yeah, totally.
Okay. So so I pull my motorcycle out and in front of this guy's like location storefront and hop off and head inside, looking around for the guy, who fits the description, like looking around this used cybertech biotech store.
Sure. I think as you're pulling up, behind you, up in the sky, because it's like cloudy and snowy and stuff, we hear this like distant thunder, and we can see like bright like flashes. It like from anywhere else, it would just look like either someone setting off fireworks on top of a building, or like actual like lightning and thunder. And so inside in the shop, I think that it's the kind of like rundown approximation of like a nicer shop. It has an AR sign above it in Arabic and in English and Swedish, I guess, indicating that it is a discount cybernetic enhancements dealer. And inside, there are shelves of, out of their package, but trying to like look nice still. Cybernetic limbs, arms, legs, various organs, all kind of like lining these shelves. They're in display cases. At the back, Karsh is there. He's like an older guy, I think. he can pay for heat in his place, so he's not wearing like a coat inside. He has a long kind of tunic on, and he's got like gray hair and glasses. And he's sitting at his terminal when the door opens. It makes a little like dinging sound when you open the door, and he looks up kind of suspiciously. Now, do you come in like slide your bike on the sidewalk, jump off it, and run inside, or are you trying to like?
I mean, it's a little more casual than that, but it's like walk with purpose kind of thing. You know, like I got to deal with it, but I also don't want to draw immediate attention to.
She's walking the way that Jason Bourne walks through crowds in Bourne Identity. You're just like.
Yeah. So
intense music playing.
Yeah, he looks up and senses your intensity of purpose. And he says, I guess it's like in the middle of the night too.
Yeah.
So yeah, he says, you look like a woman who has a desperate need. What can I help you with? And he stands up and smiles.
I look around to see if there's anybody else in the store. Like,
no, not at 12, 10
yeah,
at night.
I mean, I didn't think so, but I say, I hear you're good. My implant is damaged. I need to get back in contact with my friends immediately.
He grins and says, well, damage I can fix immediately. That might be another issue altogether.
I'll have to owe you one. I'm a little tapped out at the moment.
He scowls at that, and you can see like a little bit of his, his friendly demeanor start to slip. And he says, "You're not bringing danger into my shop, are you? You don't have corporate police on your tail? This is not a place for hiding out."
Not immediate danger, assuming that we can get this done, but there are problems.
Problems are expensive, and you have no credit, you say.
But assuming that these problems go away, I will soon have a lot more credit, and that credit can come your way, Karsh.
Ah, yes, you will pay me tomorrow for a hamburger today. I understand. Let's see if you can promise, lie, or bluster your way into getting him to do what you want.
That's a fast talk, right?
It sure is.
Hell yes.
Let's see if he'll.
Oh boy, there we go. Flamingo's actual stats.
So stylish. All right, on a 10+, NPCs do what you want. PCs choose whether to do it or not. Yada yada yada. So, yeah, he'll do what you want. But yeah, you've promised him payment for this later, and he's gonna expect good payment. So yeah, he says, he looks at you, looks you up and down, and says, you have the look of a trustworthy person, and besides, I've gotten in danger once or twice in my time. Please. And he lifts the counter. Actually, he presses a button and the counter slides out of the way. And it's like, come into the back. And
I follow him.
Yeah, and you walk, he actually gestures for you to go through the back, so you walk through like a beaded curtain into the back, and we see him push another, like he hits a couple of keys on his keyboard and hits a button, and like steel shutters drop down on the front of the store, and a little like closed, like AR thing comes up, and he walks you into the back. So I guess we should make the, let me see. He's willing to do what you want. So I think that'll let you go to him for help.
Is that the under the knife move?
No. I don't think you don't have to pay for it now. I think what we're going to do is let's roll to hit the street. But if you like, payment will come later. Like he's already agreed to get paid later. So let's have let's have you hit the street.
That's an 8.
You got an 8. All right, so you choose 2 from the list. The request will cost extra. That makes sense. It's going to take some time. It will attract unwanted attention, complication, or consequences. This will be something for the future. Like he'll talk about this maybe, or something like that. Or he'll be like, yes, you have to pay me, and I have a favor I need you to do for me.
I think costing extra makes sense, like fictionally.
Yep.
And we'll also throw out the he might say a thing or two about my visit.
Okay.
At some point.
All right. So I'm gonna represent that by in the background at some point between now and like later, yeah, he tells someone about this visitor who tells somebody and I'm gonna advance the Freyr clock just by 1. We're just gonna bump it up. So yeah, somebody who knows somebody that he talks to, word gets out about this woman that he like worked on in the middle of the night this one time. And then yeah, you'll owe him, what is it normally for like medical aid? Like 1?
It's 2.
Is it 2 normally? Okay, so it costs 3. You owe him 3 credit to be paid ASAP, or else he'll be pissed.
Great.
Cool. All right. So that,
I am not gonna have 3 cred to stare for a final long time.
So it will. It won't take very long. He can repair you. He doesn't have to put you under. He just like sits you down.
It's just a little rattle.
Yeah, sits you down in the chair, and he basically like degausses your hard drive or whatever. Like you've got some.
Like opens up the hatch and like the side of Flamingo's head or something, like the panel that has access to this Freyr implant. All the while Flamingo's conscious, just smoking that e-cig, like
totally
while he does brain surgery.
Yeah, and you're just like, come on, I gotta get back to this mission. Shit. Yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah, so he's just like whistling to himself and like working away. He's got like soldering iron. He's like fucking around in your head. So meanwhile, Neat, you see Cathode and QQ mix it up with these security goons, and then QQ takes them apart. But you know, QQ is not Cathode's bodyguard, so Cathode takes a real hard hit and goes down.
Okay. So I'm looking and I say, right, we have a project name, Kusanagi. There should be a checkpoint here. And I like pop up our 2 maps. And like I draw on for QQ where it is. This is probably where our contact is. I need you to go inside, find them, sort them out, get them back to us. I will sort out Kathy. You're muted, I'm afraid, friend.
You're muted, QQ. No one can hear you.
Damn it. Okay,
there we
so
go.
QQ has like finished this dive roll and is like standing up, and she ejects the 2 magazines from her guns, and they like land steaming on the snowy rooftop, and she like reloads. So I just run in there. Neat. What's the plan?
Yep, I need you to go in there and no
And I'm just
collateral.
like already sprinting off into this building.
Yep, I've set you a waypoint.
Yeah, exactly.
Where this checkpoint is, and I need to. I reach into one of the pockets on my combat pants and produce this like old-looking. It kind of looks like a rolled-up scroll, and I grab it and I take the end and I pull it out above my head, and like all these symbols start flashing. But then, like attached to the back of them, like a velcroed on or double-sided taped on, there's all the stuff for my trauma derms, which I'm going to use to apply some first aid to Kathy.
Okay, cool.
And applying first aid is cool, and it only works because she's at exactly 2100.
Okay. Oh dear
Works
Jesus.
my ass.
Two double ones.
Oh no.
Today.
Oh
Just
boy. Okay.
Uh,
Yikes. That's oh geez. I'm so sorry, all of you. Okay, so
what does that do?
well, I get to make a move.
Oh, the first aid. Cool. Got it.
So here's the thing, Kathy. You've never you've never been like in a gunfight before, right? You've never been hurt this badly. This is the worst you've ever been hurt, right? Or am I wrong?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So your body is in shock. You've never taken like intense combat revivification drugs. And I think that you run over and you slap a trauma derm on Kathy's on her neck. I guess around the inside of her wrist, but you probably have to use more than one. And there's a second where the derms like shunt the chemicals into her bloodstream. And I think that's when your esophagus starts to close up. So she starts taking these like intense, like deep breaths, and they get like quieter, and she's like, it's like she's choking, but she doesn't have anything. Like she's having a really bad allergic reaction to the trauma derms. And like you can't breathe, you're in shock, her feet are like kicking in the snow, and she's doing that thing that choking people do where it's like you're looking around like, why can't I breathe? What the fuck's going on? So yeah, Neat, what are you gonna do? She's suffocating.
Okay. I mean, I can do basic first aid, but like presumably since I failed in doing that, this is now beyond my control. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grab her up. I'm going to load her back into the VTOL.
Yeah, scoop her up.
Yep, and try and put her in like the recovery position. So like,
I mean,
try and keep her airways open.
The thing is, without some kind of like, without like a tracheotomy or whatever, like you could. The thing is, her airways are swelling, so she can't get air. She putting her in the recovery position will just mean that she'll die in the fetal position. How
long has she got?
Not very, like a minutes. You need air real fast and real bad. Do you have gear? Anybody have gear left? Because you could have like an EpiPen or something, but
I have a gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I like have any clue that I'm allergic to anything, if I've ever been to a doctor, they probably would have told me.
So this is the thing. You can spend your gear to say like, yeah, I have an EpiPen.
I have an EpiPen.
You can explain to me. So what are you allergic to then that you carry one of these around with you all the time?
I mean, I feel like it's just like probably like when Disney gives you a job, they're like, we know everything about you. We're going to do a magical, like giant, like gene thing. And we're going to look at everything that could possibly be wrong with you.
Yeah.
And it just like, it probably is the case that in one, like probably on Puppy Cat, because I don't think she would have thought to take it, is just like, it was already equipped with, if you need this, it's here.
So what is it that you're allergic to?
I'm gonna say, like, what would it have been in a trauma derm? Probably some kind of like morphine or something.
You're
like,
either allergic to opiates or you're allergic to like penicillin or some other antibiotic.
I would say it's probably the opiates.
Yeah. Okay. Opioid.
Yeah.
You have an opioid allergy? Okay.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Why not?
Why not?
You're also allergic to bullets, which is
I'm allergic to
whole other
bullets.
problem. Okay.
Bullets are my greatest weakness as a person, really.
Yeah. So I guess, and the thing is, you're out, right? You picked that thing before,
Yeah.
so that, like, from the harm move, so you don't notice this. It's Neat. Neat finds this. It's Neat's quick thinking that reveals the EpiPen. So mark off your gear. And then Neat, you find this allergy thing on I guess on your drone.
Yeah, on Puppy Cat.
Okay.
I love the idea that Puppy Cat like hustles over to you because it detects that you're like going into anaphylactic.
I mean, yeah, it has analysis software on it. It could definitely be like, hey, you need me.
The link goes both ways, right? So yeah, it like hustles over. I think that's really cute.
Yeah. Yeah, even though you're like not controlling it consciously, it's still got like fail safes and backups and stuff. That would make total sense.
Yeah.
Like that.
Cool.
So to use this on you, can I just do it? Or do I have to roll first aid again?
No, you don't have to roll first aid because first aid is about
Okay.
healing specifically, and I think that you have it. Yep.
Okay, so she's totally out.
Yeah, you inject
not
the
dying anymore.
inject the EpiPen. She can breathe again, but is unconscious from the bullet shots. She's not gonna bleed to death or anything, but yeah. Cool.
Do I take more harm from that fail or no?
No.
Okay.
No, that was just me giving you another complication. And also now we know that you're allergic to opioids. So.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like someone was saying in chat that Disney would be like, we don't want you guys doing drugs. Here, have an opioid allergy.
Right. They gave you a new pancreas that doesn't work properly. Cool. Okay. All right. So meanwhile, kicking down doors and shooting up the place.
Hi.
Yeah. What do you do? So you just like run into the through the door?
Yeah.
Okay. So immediately beyond the door, there's a little concrete landing. There are stairs. You're in a concrete like back stairwell that goes down. The red alert lights are going off.
And I'm not trying to be like stealth. I'm just trying to be fast enough that I can like get in and get out.
Yeah.
And make this work.
Yeah. The checkpoint that Neat is aiming you towards is like 4 or 5 floors down. So you can run down the stairs and then onto that floor.
Totally.
Okay. All right. So you run down the stairs. You get to another door that just has a like a floor number on it. The door is locked. You pull on it, it's locked.
I have a key for this. I'm gonna just like boot it. Or these? Well, okay. I mean, I would know. I don't want to boot it and break my leg. So, like,
Yeah. I mean,
are
this
these the
isn't
kind of
a
doors that I can kick down, or is this like a?
it's a heavy door. It's like a fire door, right? But it's not necessarily going to be like steel reinforced, crazy intense door.
Yeah. So presumably, I could kick it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think she just like is running like super fast down this flight of stairs, and just like with her momentum coming around that last corner, she just like pushes off the wall and runs at the door and just like bodily smashes through it.
Nice. Okay. Smash through the door. Yeah, I think it just blows off the hinges. You break the lock, and you come tumbling out into a hallway. Everything in here is like tile, or like not actual tile, but like tile-like floor. It's got the same general vibe as like a research facility. So there are long like glass windows, and then doors into the various like research labs. Directly across from you, and you come in, you see one of these big plexi steel like windows, and inside it looks like an all white. It's like if Apple made cars. It's like an Apple store but a car factory. So you see these like white plastic coated kind of Gladys looking mechanical arms, and they're turning like a gyroscope and assembling some kind of like robotic armature inside. They're like tweaking and adjusting it. So it's still going. They're still operating despite everything being bathed in this like intermittent red light.
Yeah, because it's all automated, so it doesn't give a crap.
Yeah, exactly. It's like keep building. We're gonna deal with the security thing. They haven't shut off the project yet.
Yeah, I love the idea of this like massive facility, but it's mostly empty.
Yeah, exactly.
In terms of people, it's just all these like robots doing it. So, yeah, and she like has like landed in a crouch next to the like caved in remains of this door, and then just like her overlay is showing like where she is and where she needs to go. So she's just running along this line.
Okay, all right. So you just like straight route directly there.
Yeah. I'd take the most direct route there because that is what QQ would do.
Okay, all right. So you book it, and you come around the corner, and I'm gonna have you let's see, because you've got your reflexes, so I'll let you roll, even though you just like blundered right into it. I will have you act under pressure. You hear maybe like as you're winding the corner, we get the slow-mo like QQ vision, and you can hear but just underneath the blaring of the alarm, you hear the faint whine of like a high-powered machine gun like winding up.
Yeah.
Cool. And this is like as you're rounding the corner, you can hear it around the corner. What do you do? You have a chance to react.
So rather than like turn back and like lose momentum, I just blow a hole in one of the windows and just aim to like dive through it. So my line
right, so
is
you're at a right angle intersection.
Diagonal through a wall.
Yeah. Right angle intersection. You're just gonna try to blast through the wall. Okay, cool.
And so, do I get Dave's +1?
Yeah. I mean, your thing was to come in here and
This is according to plan.
Yeah,
It is.
Okay, cool. So then I carry 2 forward. 1 for my synth nerves, because this is a situation where reaction time is critical.
Yep.
And then,
so you're gonna act under pressure because you're trying to get out of the line of fire rather than like fight whatever.
So I get 5, 6, 7.
Okay. All right.
Literally saved by my synth nerves.
Stumble, hesitate, or flinch. I'll offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. And I think that I will do that when we come back from our break. So stick around. Hard bargains and ugly choices when we get back.